Welcome to Fresh Off the Set. I'm Carrie Hawker-Diaz.
And I'm Brooke Mangum. Thank you so much for joining us again today.
I love when I get to podcast with you.
We never do this. We were just
know.
laughing so hard before. I'm like, I better stop talking. We've got to do this.
Well, you're the radio pro, so I'm always like, okay, Brooke, where do I put my mic? How do I wear my headphones?
Use
like,
pro very loosely. Very, very loosely.
Well, I'm excited for today's guest. So you know her as Muchacha, Mary. She's been on our show multiple times, and you and I have known her for a long time.
As a friend, and it's been so wonderful. She's just one of those people that is like a bear hug of a human being, that when you just, anytime you encounter her, she's just so kind, she's so lovely. And you see a lot of people on social media that seem really fun and exciting and and then you meet them in person and you never really know what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that Muchacha Mary is Muchacha Mary all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
She is so very authentic. She is who she is. She's unapologetic. And I love that about her because a lot of time on social media, there's a lot of these like highlight reels. You're always seeing these amazing places that people are going, and that's amazing. That's great. But she keeps it real at the same time.
Absolutely. And she shares topics and things about herself that are really intimate, but she does them in a way that it really brings everybody in, like her infertility struggle. She shared that, and there's so many people that are struggling with that right now, and being able to give that a voice, I just thought was such a beautiful thing that she was willing to share that with the world, because it's scary to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she really opened up about it. She got into, I think it was 10 years that they struggled with that, and she wants people to ask her questions and reach out to her if you're wondering, because she doesn't want anyone to feel alone.
Right. And it's just one of those things that nobody ever really talks about, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of always assumed. And I know I'm actually probably guilty of this, being like, hey, when are you guys going to have kids? And I've asked that question to a friend, and you never know what people are dealing with. So it's just a great reminder to be like, hey, it's not your business, everybody, all those moments. And then it's so beautiful of her to share that.
Yeah, I really appreciated her just opening up and being vulnerable. And, if it helps one person out there feel not alone, we've done our job, right? At least one person.
Absolutely. So what do you say? Let's let Mary and you take this away.
Let's do this. Let's listen. I am so excited to introduce to you our podcast guest of the day. You know her as Muchacha Mary. She's been on our show several times on Fresh Living. How are you?
Amazing. You can't see me, but I'm shimmying.
She is, it's the Muchacha Mary shimmy. It's what you do. She rolled in here with her Red Bull and her hotness and her amazing self. It's so good to see you.
I feel real hot right now. It's so good to see you too. And it's so different, than being videoed, because I wish people could see me twerking right now. It's pretty amazing. It's too bad.
You're a top-notch twerker. You are very good at that, Mary. I have to give you that. Okay, let's talk about, speaking of that, influencing others. And you are wildly popular. How did you become an influencer? How did you build it?
I'm wild. That's the thing.
This is true.
You can't influence the influencer, but yes, I feel like because I'm myself, and that's what people want to see, rather than just cultivated and cultured
in a facade.
Right. No, there's enough of that. Stop trying to be a Disney princess. No, I'm trying to be me.
Yeah, this is what that's what you, I think that's why you have such a big following, is because people know that they're going to get the real, out of you, and you're going to be very honest with people, and you're not trying to put on any sort of front for anyone, which
Definitely.
I think authenticity. Being authentic is the new thing. And that's what you do.
And I don't think it's even new for me. I feel like I've just always been that way. And that's why people are drawn to me, maybe, hopefully. Or maybe it's how I smell. And they're like, wow, she smells real good. Let's just go hang out with her. But I feel like also, I want other women to know that it's okay to be themselves. And men, too. You guys are cool, too.
We can't leave the fellas out.
Yeah, everyone, all the babes out there, just be yourselves, because you can go on other people's pages and be like, oh, I like that outfit, so I'm going to go do it. But no, go put your own spin on it. If you are inspired by someone, great. But don't try to same face them. Go and be yourself, because you're amazing enough. You can do it. You can go and put your own spin on it and just be amazing.
That's such a refreshing message, because nowadays on social media, on every platform, it's just everybody's highlight reels. It seems like, we're not showing our real selves. So to have more of you is incredible. Mary, did you always want to have a more public presence online? Do you love that?
I love it.
Can you tell? Everyone at home, can you
I
tell?
love it so much. Follow me. Do you want my address and my phone number?
We're dropping it right here, but you have to listen till the end.
'Kay.
What do you love most about it?
Honestly, it's not even mostly about me. It's about that, like, I can reach out to other people and I can inspire them and I can be like, hey, it's okay to like have a zit. Hey, it's okay to like fart. Can I say that?
Sure.
It's okay to
I
fart.
mean, I think we're looking at our producer. She said yeah, so yeah.
Even my like little one, my little daughter, she like makes fart jokes and I am so proud. I look at her and I'm like, yes, that's me. What's up? And
She's so cute, by the way.
thank you
She's
so
cool.
much. Thank
She is
you.
a mini.
I'm
is
just
a mini
trying
you.
to like inspire like other people, and luckily I can inspire my little one, and she can look at me and be like, I can be myself too. So she goes to school and she's herself, and I just want to like spread that message. And so with Instagram, I feel like more so with my stories, if you follow me, you'll get a taste of that. It's like, I'm sweaty and I'm funny, but I have crap days and that's okay. And I almost swore, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Lots of my followers know that I'm very crass, but in like a good-hearted, funny way.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's enough of those people that you see on Instagram and you follow and you're like, wow, I'm having a crap day and now I'm having an even crappier day because I saw your Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm so glad your life is so perfect. Mm-hmm. Good. If your life is perfect, hey, props to you and you're doing amazing. But like,
That's not everybody.
no, it's not every day either. Like everyone has emotions. We're all human. And I feel like the more real you are, the more, you know, like people can relate to you, you know, like we all have our struggles. Yes, I look dang amazing when I get ready. Mm-hmm. That's right. Today I started and I was like, oh, who is that? I haven't gotten ready for like 8 days. And then I got ready and I was like,
There she is.
yeah, there she is. Ah! Looking like all hot and stuff. Like what? My husband saw me leaving and he's like, wait, come back. And I'm like, I'm late. I'm already late because of you, but it's fine.
But you like to show all sides, and that's
All
like,
sides.
you know, we appreciate that, and I think that that's why you are so popular, because people can feel that coming from you, and it's not only, I mean, like you said, it's about other people. That's so true with you, because you are the most giving, if not the most giving human being I have ever met. So you like to spread that message and give to others and make sure everyone else feels loved.
Thank you. You're going to
It's
make me
true.
cry.
Well, it's so true.
Like ugly cry.
No, it is really true. And, you know, you're speaking of being open, have been open about your struggles with infertility in the past. And I know that people probably DM you all the time and ask you questions.
They DM me for all kinds of things.
All things.
Feel free.
Feel free. And when did your struggles with infertility start?
It started about 10 years ago. So it's like I have been married for a very long time. I don't want to date myself, but since we were married 15 years ago, we have not had like protected conjoining. Mm-hmm. Can you see my hand motions?
I can. Sex. We'll just say that. Sex.
And so I was like, what is happening? You know, I should be able to get pregnant real quick. Not just because I'm Latina, but because I am.
Right. Well, and I feel like you were.
I should have had 10 kids by now. What? This is not in my DNA.
Well, and you were
So-
very open with it through, I remember you did your competition,
Yes.
your fitness comp.
So
and you
that
were,
was just in between because I had been doing IVF. And so I needed a break. But so we tried originally just the IUI, which is like basically turkey basting, right? So they take the spermies and then they turkey baste you, right?
Is that kind of like the first step?
That's one of the first steps. Clomid, I would suggest be the first steps or one of the steps because that should help you ovulate, right? And then if that doesn't work, then the turkey basting effect.
Okay. And is that over? Did you do that for a long period of time?
We did it for 6 months.
6 months.
And it just depends on your doctor.
Yeah.
You know, things are different now. I'm not sure how it works, but yeah, when that didn't work, we saw a specialist and he's like, listen, if you were my daughter, this is what I would do because I was tested for PCOS and that came back positive, which is really rare because it's like when you have PCOS, usually you are a little bit more overweight and have facial hair. I know I have a mustache, but
not today. She waxed it.
That's
folks.
like genetic. You brown, you have a mustache, you have all kinds of hair. But yeah, I wasn't just like the face for PCOS. And so I think a lot of people have it and they don't know. And also endometriosis, come to find out, I have a really bad endometriosis. And that also, I don't know if it's like a genetic thing with that or more so environmental now that I think of it, because so many people are starting to have problems with infertility.
Yeah.
So weird. So I've been battling it. And when I was going through it, I felt like really lonely because there wasn't a lot of social media presence surrounding it, given this was like 10 years ago, right? And so I did a lot of research on myself and I had to pump myself up. And I think that's where like that realness comes from, you know, tying in the social media side and this infertility side is you have to be real. You have to like be in your head, but positive. You have to spin it in a different way. If you want something, you have to be positive about it. You have to go get it. So I really, really wanted to be a mom. And so I pushed and pushed. Luckily, I have a partner, a husband who is so supportive.
Your husband's a rock star.
And has been there through day one. We've been through everything. So following an IUI, so then the doctor was like, okay, so if you were my daughter, I would suggest IVF because I feel like that would be your best like way to get pregnant.
Yeah. And for you guys, that's, I mean, and you don't really know until you know. It's not like we, you know, learn these things when we're growing up or, you know, how to handle it. There's no way of knowing.
Definitely. And you always think, okay, I have to prevent this. I have to prevent this before, you know, I'm ready. But I don't think you're ever ready. Even when you think you are. Because those little ones, they're feisty, especially if they come out like you, huh, Carrie? You know.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
You birthed a mini-me.
It's a whole nother ball game, isn't it? It's an absolute, and especially yours, too. I feel like she's a little mini-me.
She is a mini-me. I procreated to kick myself in the butt.
Well, and eventually after, how long did you do IVF?
We did IVF for 4 years. Wow. And it was a roller coaster of emotions. It was one of those things that you're literally clawing at and thinking, am I even like meant to be a mom? You know, like as a woman, you just think maybe I'm not meant to be a mom. And this is God telling me, or the universe telling me, you're not meant to be a parent. You're not meant to carry. And those negative feelings and thoughts would always come into my mind because I'm human, you know, and I'm being real. I went through some challenging, dark times that I never expressed. And sometimes, you know, it still creeps back up. Like I didn't carry my child, so I don't feel like the happiest sometimes. But then I remember I'm so amazing.
Yes, you
that.
are. Yes, you are. You are so incredible.
I punched those feelings like down real quick. And I feel like that's what other people need to do. If you're feeling sad and you think that you can't do something, listen, I'm here to tell you, you can. Okay, look in the mirror. Are you having an ugly day? No, you're not. You are cute AF. Okay? You are cute AF. You better tell yourself that. Okay? You look in the mirror and you say, I can do it. Because you can do it. Okay? So everyone struggling with infertility and anything else, just tell yourself you can do it. Because guess what? No one else is going to ride for you. No one else is going to be clapping for you. Yeah, they may be clapping for you on the sidelines, but you have to clap for yourself. You have to pat yourself on the back. Hey, can you hear that? Clapping myself. So, where were we? Sorry, I went off.
No, I you're very
My
inspiring.
ADD kicked in.
You're very inspiring because I would imagine, especially dealing with what you have for 10 years, and, you know, going through
through,
IVF.
through the ups and downs and all around. So with the IVF, it was, if it doesn't work on your first time, because it is kind of like a rare thing that it does happen on your first time nowadays, it's okay. You're not abnormal.
Keep going.
You're not like a failure. And guess what? It will happen for you. If you want to have a baby, you will have a baby. But you have to be so strong, and you have to find that inner fire that's burning in you and just hold on to that and think, I can do this, because that's what it takes to be a mom. And now that I am a mom, I'm so grateful, and I see things differently. Like, yeah, like I have other friends who got pregnant so easily. They have like 10 kids. I'm so happy for them. I'm so grateful for my journey, because I look at my daughter and I'm like, you are so special and I value everything. Oh my gosh, you're having a tantrum on the floor? Yeah, you have that tantrum, you know?
Because she's here.
Yeah, because she's here. And I feel like the harder you work for something, the more you appreciate it. And the more you'll put into it, the more love. So my daughter might be an only child for now, unless someone who wants to be my next surrogate? Hey.
We're taking calls right now. Pick up the phone, call
1-800-Mix-a-Lot. Baby got back. Hey.
You really, truly are the example of just persevering and believing and having that drive and going for that goal and knowing what you wanted, because eventually you had a surrogate.
Yes.
How did you did you know them? How did that work?
I didn't even know what a surrogate was. So after how many attempts? Let's see, like 4 fresh attempts, and then a couple transfers and whatnot. I had a friend, Ian Wombold. If you're listening, it's your birthday today, and I want to say happy birthday. It's not going to play today, but happy birthday, Ian. And you know, I'm a makeup artist and work on set. So Ian had been hiring me. And he'd seen my struggles, because he was like one of those clients who hired me because I was amazing. And
that's right, she is.
So over the course of like the years, he saw what I'd gone through. And on one of my attempts, like my 6th attempt, I was actually on set, ready to go. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And he said, oh, congratulations. And I'm like, well, I haven't like told anyone yet. But then later that morning, I got another call, and they're like, oh, the blood test that you just came in for before your job. Yeah, it's actually like your HCG levels are going down. So you're not really pregnant. You have a chemical pregnancy. So that day on set, you know, he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm not pregnant anymore. And he's like, oh my gosh, Mary, like, why didn't you tell me? You can go home. And I'm like, I don't want to go home. I want to be here with you. I want to do what makes me happy and be around people. I don't want to feel sorry for myself. This might be like my 6th attempt, but it's not the end. It's not the end. So after that, he went home, I guess, and talked to his wife. And she's like, babe, I want to be her surrogate. And so like the next day on like the job site, because of course like it was like a 3-day shoot, he said, Mary, my wife would love to be your surrogate. And I'm like, well, is a surrogate.
Yeah, because like I said, when you don't know, you don't know.
No one was talking about it. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, no. I'm so like in an area of I don't know what to do. But then I went back to my doctor because I'm really aggressive, and I'm like, hey, we're going to figure this out. And I said, hey, my friend's wife wants to be my surrogate. Do you know what that is? And he's like, what? You're so lucky. That's amazing. So he planted the seed in my head that, you know, it is possible. Like there's a light. So I saw that and I was like, okay, let's do this. I did another fresh IVF. So this would be my 7th.
Okay.
And then a couple months later, we transferred 3 frozen embryos, and then not one took.
Not one.
So I was like, oh, that's nice. Not one took. into my surrogate. So then I took a little break, mental break, and
Understandable. Very understandable, Mary.
was like, I'm not going to do this again. I can't even do this again, because it was like my 7th attempt and it was just hard. Anyways, fast forward, I got like the drive again. And I was just like, okay, maybe this can happen. So I went to my doctor and he was like, let's do it. And he was so amazing that he was like, Mary, I'm going to help sponsor like the medicine and everything, because it was his 8th time with me, which is so bizarre. If you ask me who my doctor is and you look him up, you will see he's incredible. So I don't want to discredit him. He's the one who pioneered frozen embryo transfer.
Wow.
Pioneered. So he's in Santa Monica, California. Dr. Richard Mars, just freaking amazing. And I love him. Like, he's like my grandpa. Like, hey, I love
Dr.
him
Mars.
so much. And then he's just like, Mary, let's do this. Let's do it. And he was so positive. I went home and I told my husband, he's like so positive. And so we did it. We did a whole a whole fresh transfer, and transferred another 2, and they both took into Jenny. This could take all day. Hold on. And both of them took. So we had twins. Yay.
And I know that your journey through all of this, that you've stayed friends, very close.
Yes.
With Jenny and Ian.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And you have Rox now.
I have Rox now.
And she's how old?
She's 7.
She's 7, Mary. And she's so she really is a little mini you. She's
Thank
absolutely
you.
a mini you.
She asks all the time though, because the little twinnie didn't make it, and so she's always like, Mom, where's my sister? And I don't know how she knows these things, but it's like, it kind of like tears at me. So it's another journey. I could probably talk for another hour.
Sure.
But anyways, I'm so grateful for her. And I just want to say, like, if you want something bad enough, you go get it and you fight for it, you claw. And if like other people or even yourself make you think that you're not good enough or you can't do it, you beat those barriers down, you punch your way, and you do it, because you are meant and you are good enough. And
Well, you are a true example of that.
thank you.
And I'm glad you never gave up.
Me too, because
now we
I
have our
love being a
beautiful Rox.
mom. I love being a mom. It's like my favorite. And if you follow me on Instagram, I hope you can see that. I hope you
do
can
see you see your love for her. You see how happy you are. You see how you can tell, even not knowing your story, and now hopefully many more people do, but you can tell how important she is to you. And of course our children are all important to us, right? But you can tell that there's a story behind it.
There's definitely a story behind it. And I hope to make more of a story behind it, because in the future, very recent, hopefully soon future, I hope to make like some kind of a story book telling about like where she came from, because she always asked like, Mom, I know I was in Jenny as my surrogate, but like, how did this happen? And you know, she's at the age now at 7 where she's like so curious, and she's like, did you look like that pregnant? And I'm like, Roxy, I didn't carry you, but if I was, yes, I'd look like that.
That's a good point. Now there's probably questions with,
So many questions. And I'm like, well, let's do a story about it, and maybe it will help other kids, because I feel like this is the future with surrogacy.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that will help other kids. So let's just cross fingers, knock on wood, and send good vibes for the future.
For the future.
The future story.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I hope that we can have you back on again for that story, and you can share that story and to help other parents. And
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story and being so open. And I know that you've helped many that are struggling daily, and the emotional toll I cannot imagine. And I just want you to know that you're a hero. And if you are struggling with infertility, you are also a hero. And like Mary said, don't give up.
Never give up, because it will happen.
Yeah.
Don't let your like mind's dark eye play tricks on you, because you're a mom or you're a dad. You know, I feel like it works both ways too, because I know like, other couples, like same-sex couples, are also struggling as well. But you guys are meant to be parents. You're going to be the best parents. So you better struggle. You better like claw your way, because you're going to make the best parents. I see it and I feel it and I know. And if you have more questions or like want to reach out or need somebody, like reach out to me. Go ahead.
That's what I was going to ask
Flood
you.
my DMs.
Where can people follow and see your sweet Rox and follow you and maybe ask you questions if they have?
Follow me, but remember I'm crass, so we'll keep it real there.
And you're going to love it.
You're going to love it. Follow along the journey. It's not curated,
You're just real.
So just like come along for the ride.
Is it at
it's
Muchacha?
fun. It's at Muchacha Mary, Muchacha Mary on Instagram.
And buckle up, because you're going to love it. It's a ride and it's fun. fun. And
Let's
it's
go.
real. It's real.
It's real.
I love you. Okay, we're gonna
love
do
you.
I end it with our fresh 5.
Okay,
so
fresh
we're gonna
5.
do quick questions. Just
Like
tell me
what
off the top
kind of
your head.
deodorant I put on? Like fresh, like that way?
She's always fresh. She's always smelling good, folks.
It's natural. No, I feel like I smell. It's fine.
You don't. We wouldn't let you in if you did. I'm just kidding. We'd let you in anyway. Okay, it's brunch. What do you order?
Brunch from Sunday's Bus.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a paid sponsor advertisement either.
We interviewed Michael. We do love him.
I love him too. Michael McHenry, Christy Blake McHenry, one of my, love her, my home slices. I order can you guess? Look at me and guess.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Because I'm super healthy.
It's not the monkey bread's my favorite there, so I don't think you're ordering monkey bread.
That is so good.
It's
no,
so good.
of course a mimosa. What's wrong with
Mimosa.
you? A
That's what she's
mimosa.
getting. A mimosa.
But also with sausage. Their sausage patties are the best.
Ooh, I need
I
to
will
try
eat
that.
5, and I dip them in the syrup along with my mimosa.
I need to try that. I haven't even thought of that one. Favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Heck yeah.
You're a fall girl.
I love it.
You're a fall girl.
Let's dress up.
Favorite place to travel?
Right now, Mexico.
Okay.
Playa del Carmen.
Okay.
Let's
I
go.
know, that sounds good. I need
There's
a
an
beach
adult
in my
beach we
life.
can go to. Let's go. I'll take you. I feel like you need it.
I do need it.
You need to strip it off, girl.
I need a vacation. Thank you very much. It's funny because I'm just going to these random, and I went to this one. I already know what you're going to say. Best gift you've ever received.
My daughter.
Yep, I already knew
Thank
that.
you, Jenny.
These
and
are very
Ian
random.
Wombold. Yes.
Who do you look up to most in your life?
You.
Oh,
What?
no.
You
That's nice.
influence me. You influence so many others. What you've been through as well has been freaking like incredible. Carrie, don't look at me like that.
Thank you.
And I'm not
You-
just trying to like kiss your butt, but you influence me.
Thank you.
You're an
That's-
amazing person. And I've seen you since like day one, I feel like 15 years ago on
We've known
set.
each other for a minute.
Doing your makeup and you just being so resilient and so beautiful and kind. That's one of the things. Okay, hold on. I gotta brag real quick. Everyone who's met Carrie, raise your hand. Okay, I can see you. Okay, right there, Kinsey. You know that she makes you feel welcome. You know that she makes you feel like you're included because she's so real. Right?
You're making me
Right,
cry.
right,
You really are
right.
making me cry. Thank you.
Never change because people can feel that.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
I'm gonna get it together. Last
Okay,
question. What never fails to make you laugh?
Fart jokes. Of
Follow
course.
her on Instagram. And you'll understand what this
You
is.
know.
Oh, we just love you. Okay, one more time. Where can we follow you, Mary?
Muchacha Mary on Instagram. Follow me there. Follow me on the way home. Follow me from the gym. I teach Zumba, so let's go. Treehouse every Tuesday.
That's right.
9:30 Taco Tuesday for all my tacos. You can come. You can come with your hot dog if you want, whatever. But it's Taco Tuesday. Right now, I'm teaching Wet Wednesdays as well. 9:30 at Treehouse for Lisa Wilson.
Follow her. Go to a class.
Hey.
Get with Mary because she's an incredible human who inspires all. Thank you for sharing your.
I'll make you laugh and cry and fart.
She will. That's
all
not
the
a lie.
things and take shots.
That is not a lie. We love you.
Of kombucha.
You've been so open with us. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know you've helped so many people. And thank you for listening, everyone out there, to Fresh Off the Set podcast. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe. And we will see you next week.
Rate us high. What's up?
Congrats, you made it to the end. If you want to continue to freshen up your day, you can watch us on Fresh Living every weekday on CBS Channel 2 in Utah at 1 o'clock. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel, KUTV Fresh Living, and follow us on social media. We will see you next week.